Do you treat your body and feel that your body is an enemy that has betrayed you, that is keeping you from living the life that you want to lead? When it's in pain, do you feel like it's attacking you? I'm Rick from Thriving Now, and this particular subject is really dear to me. And in the next few minutes, I want to share with you some concepts that I believe if I understood them back when I was dealing with a traumatized body that had a lot of pain, that it would have been helpful to me to know that if I had had EFT tapping back then, that it would have given me some doorways of shifting things that might have taken weeks or a couple of months to make real progress rather than the years that it did take. So here we go. Imagine you're walking down the street and suddenly it feels like something has bit you in the butt. What happens in your body? Well, obviously, there's nerves and reactions, a cascade of reactions that suddenly happen. The assumption by your primitive brain is that I am under attack, because if that is true, guess what? You need to either defend yourself, fight, you need to run, flight, or not sure exactly what to do, freeze. But here's the thing. What if that feeling of being bitten in the butt comes from a herniated disc like it did for me after a skiing accident? I'd be walking along or walking up the steps and my whole body would react. And after a year and a half of that before my surgery, wow, I really started to disconnect from my body. I started to feel that my body was something separate from me, that it could attack me at any time, that it was keeping me from living the life that I wanted to live and to doing the work in the world, pay the bills and everything else that I needed to do. And this was on top of other disconnects. We call that dissociation. It's where the parts of us that need to survive, if the pain is there, it creates distance, it creates separation. It'll numb out, it'll make it something separate. But here's the thing. Just taking a step back, we can see that if you're walking down the street and there wasn't actually a lion that grabbed you in the butt, that it was something inside of you, that any reaction that you have as if you're being attacked is not helpful. Now, those of us who have ever had a chronic condition know that it wears you down. And part of why it wears you down is this separation I have found, because instead of being able to tune in and be with and be in your body, you leave, or you numb out, or you ignore, or you get angry with. If you imagine a small child that you got angry with every time it was hurting, or you just left the room. Oh, you're hurting? You're crying? You're scared? I'm out of here. We know that that would not be helpful. And yet, fundamentally inside of our nervous system, inside of our primitive brain, the part of us that needs to survive an attack, that's the type of thing that happens. So, what are we going to do? Well, so this key is we need to repair any disconnections. And we also need to reframe, look at this relationship of you to your body again and start building loving trust, starting now. And we can do it. We can do it together. And I think it can even be fun. And I will say to you that as I look back at my history, I had traumas going all the way back into early childhood a hernia and a surgery. I had accidents. There was even sexual abuse in my early teenage years. There were all kinds of things that I think a lot of us share that disconnected me from my body. I I think there's a time period where I started seeing that my body and I really didn't have the same kind of relationship. It was starting to create that separation, and it got bigger and bigger until actually my body was dying, literally dying of something that they said was incurable. It wasn't, but it required that I come back into my body, that I listen more deeply. And in that process, my body started responding. I became stronger. I became more alive and sensual. I was able to do things and even start dancing in ways that I never would have thought possible. And even today, even with a bit of my inherited neck challenges, I know that my neck is here with me, supporting me, supporting me being in this work, supporting me being here with you. It is the one aspect that, my body is here till death do us part. Yours too. And so let's begin. And with the intention of bringing relief now and with a longer term vision toward a life where you really do get to feel your body integrated from head to toe and willing and able and trusting in this thriving life. All right, let's do it.